TV. Innovative content. Global audience.
This program on Youth Arena. We are reaching you live from our SRTV station here in Abuja, the Capital Territory. And today, we'll be discussing about indecent dressing amongst youth, the alarming rates of indecent dressing. As we all know, Youth Arena is a program where we discuss on topics, issues that are bordering on the youth, and we tend to address them, profile solutions, and look for a way forward. So today we'll be talking about indecent dressing, addressing indecent dressing in Nigeria. Who is at fault? Why is this becoming a norm in the society? Why is indecent dressing being seen as a normal thing amongst the youth? The rate of indecent dressing tends to put one in danger. It has to keep the person into danger, not just the female, because anytime we talk about indecent dressing, people think it's all about the female gender. It is way beyond that. The male gender also. There's a way you would dress, and you go out there, security personnel will tend to mistake you for someone you are not. They will look at you as a rough person, and sometimes when they go for street raidings and all that, they tend to pick up whoever they see, and they don't. If you dress very well, if you dress well, you have no problems. But the way people dress these days is so bad, is so alarming, that you even see somebody will come out half naked telling you that, oh, my husband loves it, oh, my boyfriend loves it, oh, my friends, is what is trending. Is it that these days will take trends to be the new norm? There are some trends that you must not associate yourself with. There are some trends that, okay, sometimes you can actually buy those things that are untrained, and you bring it to the level that is normal, to the level that is acceptable in the society. People tend to say this is a modern word. Modernization has nothing to do with nudity. It has nothing to do with indecency. Indecency is indecent, and it has nothing to do with modernization. Modernization is evolvement in beliefs, thinking, and technology, and all that. It's what is wrong is actually wrong. You can't say that because we are in the 21st century, 22nd century, or whatever, you now say that nudity is now acceptable. It is wrong. And for us here in Africa, we know that we don't accept nudity. There are some places you go to, you see young people, the way they dress, they wear some kind of things, you even mistake some people for mad people. Like, you think they are mad, and you'll be like, until the person talks or speaks, you now get to know, what is this one putting on? You can imagine, some time ago, I saw a lady wearing rough jeans to the office. Like, she was even looking for employment. Dressed like that, do you actually think that you'll be given employment? You can wear jeans. Jeans is not bad. But with this new trend of they call it rugged jeans, it's so bad. You wear clothes that your armpits are showing, your cleavages are showing. Even it extends to even wedding gowns these days. You attend marriage ceremonies, you see the bride with the kind of wedding gown she's putting on. You tend to ask, what is going on? Where have we gone wrong? Like, I don't understand. And you see people coming out in their masses to support this really dressing. This, like, they tell you that yes, everybody doesn't have to dress like a nun or what. No, you don't really need to dress like a nun, but you need to dress decently. And the way they like these our generational mothers, these new modern mothers, the way they dress up their kids, you know, when they now grow up, you see some kind of whatever you tell them, they think that it is your own personal belief because their mother actually brought them up that way. They don't see it as anything. You know, we tend to copy the Western culture, even in the West. Nudity is still not a normal thing. You know, it is anywhere you go, nudity is being frowned at. It's not something that you come out, you know, you spend hours dressing up inside your room and you still come out half naked. It just doesn't make sense at all. Not just for the female folks. What about the male? You know, they pull down their trousers they pull it down that you'll be seeing the underwears, and it's so wrong. It's very, very wrong. The kind of all this they call it sagging. They sag their trousers, they wear rugged jeans that has been torn up and down. You know, you see these things with those especially those that now keep dreadlocks. You know, when they now come out, you just mistake them for Yahoo boys, you mistake them for drug addicts, you miss all those bad things. That's why you sometimes you get to some checking points and you see soldiers, you know, using scissors to cut their hair to tell them, because the way they present themselves, because of the way they are dressed. You know, the way you are dressed is the way you will be addressed. If you want people to actually respect you, you have to dress accordingly in a way that attracts respect. And if you want people to see you and talk to you anyhow, you also dress in that manner. But today we are talking about how to address this issue of indecency. Is becoming too much. Is something that in every household you see. Some these days they call them two pieces. You see this one, you see that one. You don't actually know what this is. You pick a cloth up and you'll be asking, okay, is this your nightwear? Is this what you wear at home? Things that are meant to be worn at home are now worn outside. They wear them to parties. They wear them, you know. You go to the market, you get Ankara to sew native, and the way you will see the slit will be very close. In fact, it will be very close to the waist. Well, why then did you not waste your time sewing the whole thing? It's really annoying. You know, these are what we're discussing on this program today, the Youth Arena. And as you all know, we always have a guest who will answer some of our questions, who will take us in depth about the things that constitute indecent dressings, how to go about it, and the dangers associated with indecent dressing. And today we will be bringing in a guest after the break. You know how we do it. Anyway, this is Youth Arena if you're just joining us. And I am your host, RITA UCHECHI. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. I'll be going on a very short break. When I come back, I'll be coming with my guest who will be answering some of our questions, the dangers associated with this indecent dressing and all of that, you know, and also to define indecent dressing, because sometimes we don't actually, when you hear indecent dressing, you say indecent dressing is a relative word. What is indecent to you might not be indecent. No, indecent is indecent to me though. But we'll be hearing from our guest who will talk more about this. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons. Nigeria Week will showcase Afrobeat A-list artists, Ice Praise, Terry G, Orishefemi, Oris Wileke, Konga, Bigiano, Nice Flow, Jet Play, and many more. Dates, 17th to 23rd July 2023. Time 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. daily. Venue, Lighthouse Theatre, 262 to 274 Camberwell Road, London SE50AY. Tickets available on Eventbrite at www.eventbrite.com/Nigeria Week or numbers below. For more details, visit our website www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. Nigeria Week, produced by SRTV in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Nigeria Film Corporation, and
Bear?
Yes.
Okay, I'm on break now, so you will not.
Okay, my people, it cannot be better than this. The Nigerian Week in London 2023 got you covered to the extent that you can get a free ticket to the event. And this is all you need to do. Go to the Google Play Store and download TapTap app. Send as low as £1 to the account in Nigeria.
And I am Rita UCHECHI, and as promised, I am back with our guest, Patience Sunday, who will be talking to us about indecent dressing. You're welcome to the program, Patience.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning. How is the day going?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. So now, Miss Patience, please, what do you think is indecent dressing? What is indecent dressing? What are the things that constitutes indecent dressing? Like the things that makes a dress indecent.
Okay, when we talk about indecent dressing, it connotes so many things.
Okay.
If we start explaining, I believe we're not going to finish today, but for the sake of this program, we'll just limit whatsoever we are saying. Okay, to me, I see indecent dressing as deliberate exposure of one's body to the public. That is a practice that is contrary to the norms and values of the society, which is to say that whatsoever is being done, whatsoever a person wears outside to the public, that he or she knows that is against the rules of the society, it is tagged as what indecent. So indecent dressing now has to do with when you wear something and within you, you know that whatsoever you are wearing is indecent, but you just choose to wear it. So now that's to tell you that indecent dressing has to do with what is a deliberate act. That is, people do it purposely. It's not as if they are not aware that, okay, this dress I'm wearing is indecent. No, they know. You understand?
Yes.
That whatsoever they are wearing is indecent, but they just choose to do it simply because their hearts want it. You understand? And there's something about this indecent dressing that people do not understand. When you dress decently, you go out to the society, you have this confidence, you have this feeling that you can go wherever you want to go without being stopped by anybody. But once you are indecently dressed, you know you have some restrictions. There are places you cannot go because you don't want to be seen by some people that see you as important in the society. You understand?
Yeah.
So now some of those things that make a dress indecent now is that when they are too revealing. Yes, when you wear a dress that is too revealing, that is showing your God-given curves, definitely it is tagged as what indecent. And also when you wear a dress that you yourself, you are not comfortable in it. Have you seen a situation whereby a lady, let me use a lady as an example, when you see a lady, she's wearing something that is too, let's say, too tight or too short, she herself, before she left her own, let's say her home, she knows that whatsoever she's wearing, she's not comfortable in it, but simply because she wants to feel among,
Yeah.
wears it out to the public. And on reaching outside, she'll be trying to cover some parts of her body, trying to drag the shirt so that maybe the gown, so that to cover her body. Is it that she don't know that whatsoever she's wearing is indecent? So I just see indecent dressing as you dressing just to cause commotion in the public. And also people that engage in indecent dressing, they do this practice just to gain, let's say, attention, attraction, or maybe they want to cause chaos in the society. So that's what I understand about indecent dressing.
Okay, sorry about this indecent dressing. You know, I once heard that someone saying that indecent dressing is saying something is indecent is relative. That something that might be indecent to me might not be indecent to them. Do you agree to this notion?
To some extent, I would say yes. It's true. What seems indecent to me might not be indecent to another person, but that does not give one the right to wear something that you yourself, when you are dressed decently, just like I've said before, when you dress decently, you yourself, you'll be convinced within you that yes, indeed, I am properly dressed. You understand?
Yes.
But when you don't dress well and you go out to the society, you yourself, you not be comfortable. So
Okay.
simply because it's indecent to me does not mean it cannot be indecent to another, but still we should try to check what we wear, especially when going to public places.
All right. So, Miss Patience, about this indecent dressing. What is the cause? Like, why is it becoming a norm? What do you think is responsible for this increasing rate of indecency amongst youth in Nigeria?
Okay, I would say maybe because people want to keep to trend and fashion. You understand?
Yes.
People want to keep to trend and fashion, so they tend to do whatsoever they see online simply because they want to belong. Because as of those days, I believe things were not done the way they are now. Now we have, when you go online, Facebook, Instagram, and the likes of them, you see so many things. And our youth of these days, they are just too sharp. They are very, very intelligent. Like, everybody wants to feel among. They want to be tagged as a big boy, as a big girl. So it will make them to do whatsoever they have to do just to be called a big boy and to feel among.
Yeah.
Because, for example, now you are in school, higher institution, you have friends, and everybody's dressing to kill you. You are just on your own. Do you think they will be friends with you? They will not want to, because they would not want to be tagged as our crew, they call it as big boys crew, and you are just, you want to spoil things for us, so they would not want to associate with you. So because of that, will I call it stigma also? So because of such things, it will make people want to engage in what they are not supposed to engage in, just to keep to fashion and trend.
Okay, so that's it. Because people want to feel among, they want to be accepted by their peers. They want to be accepted by their groups and all that. So they tend to dress accordingly.
Yes.
Okay. So, but this indecent dressing, do you think is due to poor parental upbringing? You know, some people don't just dress indecently because they see people dressing. You see them coming from their homes, you know, where they live with their parents, and the way they dress, you start to imagine, where is this one coming out from actually? So do you think is related to poor parental upbringing, or what do you think?
Okay, I will say this has to do with a 50-50 thing, in the sense that actually some parents actually, they do try their best to see that they train their children in a good way, you understand?
Yeah.
But actually now, this aspect of indecent dressing, I think at times has to do with choice. Because as a parent, God knows you might have done your best to help your child grow well, you understand? But again, you as a parent, you cannot choose the friends, the kind of friends your child keeps, where he or she goes, and above all, you cannot follow your child to school. And you know, where we have most of these cases in school, especially higher institutions, universities, polytechnics, etc. You understand?
Yeah.
When you go there, you meet new people, and you go there, you meet new people. They shape your mind, they shape your how you think, and they make you to feel as if you are not doing whatsoever we are doing, we are not going to be our friends, and we're not going to mingle with you. And such things, will you say it's the fault of the parents?
No, it's not.
Again, it's actually the fault of the parents, because some parents need to learn how to allow a child to be a child. You understand?
Yes.
I was watching a clip online. I saw a little child around within the range of 5 to 7 years. She was actually celebrating her birthday. My dear, you need to see the kind of heavy makeup this child was wearing.
Wow, makeup for a child of 7 years.
A child of 5 to 7 years, you understand? So the comment was like, this is too much for this girl. She's too small for this kind of makeup. You understand?
Yeah.
So you don't expect to misbehave, and you allow your child and your child not to be like you know. So our parents, they should allow children to be children. You understand?
Yes.
Simply because I'm not saying looking good is actually a bad business. No, looking good is a good business, but when you overdo it, it's actually bad.
Okay.
Parents have their role to play, but also we as youth we also have our own role to play. It's the parents will teach us, okay, this is the right way to follow, but it's now left for us, we the youth, now to decide whether
Where
or
to
not
follow.
we take the right path or not.
Okay, that's well said. She said it's a 50-50 thing. You can choose. A child can be brought up in a very good home, in a very good manner, and at the long run, he or she might choose to go astray. So, Miss Patience, what about celebrities? Do you think that celebrity influence? Most youths have this celebrity that they see as their role model. Do you think that these celebrities has a huge impact on the way these their mentees dress? Because as a celebrity, people look up to you and all that. So do you think that the way the celebrities dress affects those of their followers, those that wants to be like them?
Okay, I will say a capital yes to that. Yes, because just like I said initially, I said youth of these days are very, very sharp, and whatsoever they see celebrity doing, they would want to copy.
Yeah.
For example, in Nigeria, especially those in the university, polytechnic, etc., especially ladies, they want to be what? Classy, which make them to purchase any dress that is in vogue. Why are they doing that? Because they are seeing it online, right?
Yeah.
They want to purchase any dress that is in vogue. And how did they get to know about all these things? Through what? Social media, and through the celebrities. The celebrities they consider as their role model. You understand?
Yeah.
Now this celebrity, now because of their display of fashion sense tends to what influence our youth. You understand? Especially ladies, it tends to influence them and they want to copy them, especially their fashion lifestyle. So I would say yes, our celebrities to some extent they have a way of influencing our youth, because you see some of these celebrities now, like maybe for the male, you see them, their crazy trousers, like some kind of funny stuff, and you see when you go out to the society, you see some of our youth, they want to dress like so person. You go and buy a jean with huge amount of money. You look for razor, or you cut it simply because you want to dress like, I don't want to mention anybody's name, but simply because you want to dress like a celebrity. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be so. So it's not supposed to be so. So I just think to some extent, the celebrities, they have their own role to play in this. They should learn how to dress properly, because everything now is online. You see a child of, let's say, 10 years, they will tell you that they don't even want a button phone, they want Android phone, simply because they want to see whatsoever is going on online. You understand?
Yeah.
So now I think the media should be able to censor whatsoever goes out to the masses. That is, they should be able to regulate whatsoever is being posted online, so that it will help we, the youth, now that we are going to see. You understand? It will help us to work.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you that. Like, I was going to ask you the measures we can put in place to curb this increasing indecent dressing. Like, how do we, as a nation, as a society, curb indecent dressing? Because we believe that parents are talking, friends are talking, but how do we as a nation now curb indecent dressing? Because it is so alarming that you can't go out in a day, just 10 steps out of your house, you've seen a lot that you cannot even bear. So how do we curb this?
Okay, we have several measures in doing that.
Okay.
I say we can, just like I said before, I said the media should be able to regulate whatsoever is being posted online. That can help to reduce it. And also our parents, again, they should try to inculcate decent culture into their children by serving as a role model, because you cannot give what you don't have, right? And the society begins at home. If you want your child to be successful in life, you yourself, you have a role to play. You cannot be dressing anyhow and you expect your child to grow up and be dressing good. No, you as a parent, you have to serve as a role model to your child. And also schools and departments should be able to set dress code for students. Thank God for the school I went to. They are very strict in terms of dress code. I remember one particular time they seized my logbook because of indecent dressing, I almost got carried over because of what indecent dressing. Since that day, I said, okay, I just have to regulate it. You understand?
Yeah.
So if they have a committee or a department that sets dress code, I think students should be able to regulate their dress code, and also through sensitization and maybe education, because some people, they don't even know what indecent dressing is all about. Some don't even know about the implication of indecent dressing, which can even lead to sexual assault, e.g. rape, right?
Yeah.
So maybe some members or maybe some people in the society, they go to schools, secondary schools, higher institutions, they go to educate them about this thing called indecent dressing, and also tell them about the implication. If you dress indecently, definitely you are looking for trouble for yourself. You understand?
Yes.
So that's how it should be done.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think trends and modernization has a huge impact on this the outburst of this indecent dressing? Because if we go back to our parents, their youthful days, if you see some of our parents' pictures, the way they dress, they were so decent. But with us these days, I don't know what went wrong. Do you think modernization and trends has actually played a major role on the increasing rate of indecent dressing?
Yes, my answer will always be yes.
Okay.
Because everybody wants to be updated and nobody wants to be old-fashioned. And as such, people tend to follow trends at all costs without minding the implications. You understand?
Yes.
Simply because if you go back, just like what you have just said, to go back to our parents, there was nothing like indecent dressing. Yes, because if you want to go, maybe you check some of the pictures that some of our parents they have, you see them decently dressed. But today now, it's the reverse is the case.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be new fashion, that it is as it is called. They want to be new fashion. Nobody wants to be outdated. So I think modernization has more effect in this. It has caused more harm than good. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it has caused more harm than good in terms of indecent dressing to our youth in the society, because it has made some of the youth to don't dress anyhow because they want to feel among, they want to be tagged as a big boy and as a big girl. So I think it has affected it largely in the society.
Okay, so what can you list some of the consequences of this indecent dressing? Like when you're dressing decent, what you expect, what are the consequences of this indecent dressing in our society today? Can you please list some of them for us?
Okay, some of these effects of indecent dressing in society. I see that, okay, most indecently dressed people, they are usually victim of sexual assault, like rape, especially for ladies. Yes, because when you dress to kill or when you dress to shock people, you will be shocked. You will be shocked in return. You understand?
Wow.
People that engage in indecent dressing, usually they are usually victims of rape, and also people that engage in indecent dressing, they usually lose their value in the society, because there's no way you dress indecently and people will respect you. Is it possible?
No, that's not possible.
Yeah, so when you dress indecently, people tend to lose their respect. They tend to lose the respect they have for you. Yes, because so that's just it. And also for the males, it gives them a sense of irresponsibility. Yes, when you see a guy doing is it sagging and hands down?
Yes.
Which girl in a right sense will want to go at such person that is always, you see him unkept, his head is somehow, the hair is somehow, and all of those things. So these are part of the effect. And also so many people that engage in indecent dressing, they usually, let's say, they lose job opportunities. Yes, because you are going for an interview and you part of your boobs are showing and the other parts of the body is showing. Do you expect do you think they will employ you? No, because they will feel as if you are not responsible, right? They will say, this person is not a responsible person, so we cannot give him the job. So that's just it. These are some of the factors, or these are some of the effects and dangers of dressing indecently in the society.
Okay, some of the factors of indecent dressing. Okay, now you know, the internet. With the internet, we now say that the world has become a global village. You see things that people abroad are doing anywhere in the world. As long as you have internet connection, whatever you post online, the whole world sees. So do you think that the internet has influenced the youth in a wrong way, like those trying to copy the Western culture? Like, you know, there are some youths that actually they don't, everything about them is what they see online. And do you think that the internet has really influenced them in a wrong direction?
Yes, well, internet, internet as it is popularly known, that is social media, is now a place or a home of indecent dressing. If there's anything you want to see, just go to the internet. There's nothing you will not see there. So, internet has a vital part. It has played a vital part in this topic of discussion, indecent dressing.
Okay.
Yes, indecent dressing. Internet has done more harm. I'm not saying using the internet to, or maybe keeping to fashion is actually bad. No, it's a good thing. But you doing it in the wrong way. Just like I said before, I said the media, they should be able to censor whatsoever they post online.
Yeah.
So that for we now, the audience or the viewers, we now that we are going to the internet to seek this trend or to see whatsoever is happening, they should be able to regulate it. So now when the youth now, we want to see whatsoever is happening online, we will get a good aspect of it. It's not everything they are supposed to show online. It's not everything that they are supposed to allow to go online. You understand?
Yeah.
I think now they serve as what, the watchdog in the society, right?
Yes.
They are the watchdog. Yeah, they serve as the watchdog in the society, so they should be able to regulate it. I know we can also social media, internet is actually good because every aspect of our life, let's say, need internet, right? We cannot do without it yet, because you want to eat or you want to make money, everything.
Yeah.
You have what comes on the internet. So I think it has caused more harm than good. So most youth now have access to internet and can be easily influenced by social media, and also that it makes them to emulate whatsoever they see on the internet without minding its implication, which is very, very, very bad. So that's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Patience Sunday, for your wonderful thoughts on this topic, your inputs on this topic. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Have a lovely day.
You too.
Bye. All right, viewers, we are still on the topic of discussion, indecent dressing among youths. What is this indecent dressing? Indecent dressing simply implies those dresses, those things that we wear that, you know, that reveals those parts of our body that are not supposed to be shown outside. When you wear dresses that are out of place, you know, imagine going for an interview and as a lady your boobs are showing, as a guy you're sagging, your trouser is waist down. Who in their right mind would employ such a person? First of all, that is why at some point, you know, they take the corporate ladies, some of them do, because of the way they dress, they say they actually they go there to sell bodies and all that. That's why in some cultures in Nigeria, they don't allow women to work because they think that women have nothing to offer. But instead it's just their bodies, and that you know, the popular saying that a woman's place is in the kitchen. But there are still women there who are soaring higher every day, dressed decently. You know, and I would like to say that if you're picking a role model, please pick someone that if you're emulating, you emulate everything about them. And if your role model, because of your interest, if your role model doesn't dress decently, yes, he or she can still be your role model. Now I'm talking about the celebrities, the way they dress. These people, you know that there are people that look up to you. You are supposed to, guide them in the right direction. These are the things that, because there's this Igbo proverb that says that one person does not train a child, and which is true in an African society that we have found ourselves in. If you see a child doing something wrong, an elder that is passing by that doesn't even know that child will call that child to order. What you're doing is wrong. Or go home. But these days, you see the elders doing the wrong thing, and they have people that are looking up to them. This is why indecent dressing keeps increasing on a daily basis. Now, for me, I think that we should be sensible enough to know that some things are not meant to be emulated. Whatever you see on the internet, censor what, when you go to the internet, there are a lot of information, there are a lot of pictures, there are a lot of videos. You pick the right ones, and for the parents too, like our caller said, you see a child of 5 to 7 years wearing heavy makeup. God, where is that child going? Like, where are you taking the child to for the child to be wearing such heavy makeup? Then you see some of them, the way they dress them, a child of 7, 8 years, they are going out for a party or they are going for a picnic. You wear the child a bum short with sleeveless, and there is no host inside, underneath, and the child goes like that. This leads to molestation. This is why they molest some of our children these days. You need to protect your child. Mothers of this generation, I don't really know what has gone wrong, but the way we dress our children also reflects. One can just sit down and see a small child coming out, and you can conclude, when this one grows up, this is how he or she is going to dress. But now talking about the men, you see some young guys, security personnel will stop a vehicle, and they will see a lot of young guys in the car, and they will point out one particular person. You'll be wondering, but when you see that guy that was asked to come down, you will notice that yes, the way he is dressed is the reason why they are pinpointing him. That's the reason why they point him out. He is not dressed decently. The way he is dressed, I'm not saying that keeping dreadlocks is bad. No, you can keep your dreadlocks, but dress moderately, dress decently. And for those that, you go to churches, you go to occasions, you see a lot of things. We say that we are Africans, and our African culture does not accept nudity. Well, you want to sew, we call them native. You buy an Ankara, you want to sew native, but in the real sense, that is not native, because the style and everything about that dress makes it way out of what we Africans call native. Because if you see, everywhere is revealing, and you tend to ask yourself, where can I go with this dress? Some dresses are meant for some particular places. Some dresses are not meant to be worn outside your house. But what do we see these days? You see someone wearing something as short thing that you can easily wear as your underwear, then walking miles to go and buy something and all that. And when people look at you, when people talk to you anyhow, you start speaking English. Do you know who I am? Why do you talk to me that way? People will talk to you that way because you are dressed in a way that is degrading. You are degrading yourself. When you dressing decently does not mean you will not look beautiful. It doesn't mean that you will not look smart. No, that is not what we are saying. But looking smart in a good way, if you are dressed indecently, that's not smartness. That is purely indecent. And for those that say that indecent is a relative word. What is indecent in the north might not be indecent in the east. We all know that indecent is indecent. What is indecent is actually indecent. So the earlier we start inculcating this in our children, the earlier we start, adjusting our way of dressing and everything. You will see somebody that it's a grown up, a youth, and you see a small child that is talking to you anyhow because that child sees you, that child doesn't see you as a grown up. That child sees you on the same level with him or her, and these things are not good. You don't actually, as you go to give somebody advice, and some people, they will first of all look at you from head to toe. Wow, who is this? Then they've already made up their minds not to even listen to you just because of the way you are dressed. You don't need to wear rags, but you should be dressed decently, because you know that when you dress decently, you yourself, you'll be very comfortable with what you are wearing, and not just like our guest said earlier, that you put on a gown, then along the road you'll be stretching it, but you actually know that this gown was short before putting it on. So this sometimes what would tend to emulate are the wrong things, and you hardly see youths that are decently dressed these days, and it's very bad, it's very wrong. It means that in the coming generation, people will be naked, people will go naked to the markets and all that, and they will see it as a normal thing. But that is not our culture. So something needs to be done. You talk to people around you, talk to them, don't get tired of talking to them. And institutions to also put in place this indecent dressing. They should put in place how they want people to dress to be able to come inside. I remember those days when I finished secondary school. So the first jeans I bought for myself, I bought that jeans, it was during Christmas time. So I bought that jeans. When we traveled home with my family, one of my cousins, my big cousin, she said, she called me and said, this trouser is very beautiful. I was like, wow, thank you, auntie, and all that. She now said, but I was not like, what is but again inside this thing? She said that this trouser, you can't wear it to any place meaningful. You can only wear it for strolling and all that, just to parade around, but you can't wear this trouser to any office. They will not allow you. And from that was when I stopped wearing rough jeans, because she called me to order. And although some of the youths will have these days, no matter what you say, it will just be as if when you talk, it enters here and flies out there. But you keep on talking, we keep on pushing until our society becomes better, until we have those that will feel that yes, these people are capable, these people are matured enough, these people are decent enough, to be able to carry on the legacy that we are leaving behind for them. So with that being said, decent dressing should be something that everyone copies. Be decent, because the way you dress is the way you will be addressed. If you don't want to be addressed or seen in the wrong way, please dress in the right way for you to be seen in the right way. So this is a very lovely place for us to wrap up the show. And as you all know it, I am your Rita. I am your host, Rita UCHECHI. And today we've been discussing about indecent dressing in the country, and I believe that you've learned something about indecent dressing and some of the things that constitute indecent dressing, the consequences with indecent dressing indecently is not just for the female gender, is also for the male, because the way they dress, sometimes you can be that. Sometimes they say don't pray to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, because you can just go to see a friend, and because of the way you are dressed, maybe there's something that happened there some time ago, you'll be picked by security personnel because of the way you are dressed. But you dress decently, you dress normal, nobody will see you, they will just pass you. I've seen situations where they are picking people and there are people that are passing there. Those security men don't talk to them because of the way they dress. So dress decently to avoid embarrassment, to avoid being rubbed the wrong way. And that will be the end of our show. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, and don't forget to tell a friend to follow us. Click on the subscription button. It doesn't cost a dime. See you same time, same station next week. Bye.
Hooray! It's Nigeria Week London 2023. This is a celebration of Nigerian foods, film, arts, culture, fashion, music, dance, and comedy. Also, there will be a comprehensive economic summit, exhibition of Nigerian organic agricultural produce, and a meritorious recognition performance awards to deserving Nigerians and industry icons.